Good evening, curling fans. We are here at the Calgary Curling Club for the Curler's Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic on this wonderful Canadian Thanksgiving weekend. My name is James Runge. I am here in commentary, joined in the booth by the wonderful coach, Tyler Powell. Tyler, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm excited for this A final here tonight. We had a really exciting game earlier. We saw Team Ueno really end it with an exclamation mark there, making a triple actually, for 6 points in the last end. And we expect this game to be nothing short of that. It's going to be really exciting.
And we had a really good conversation with Kayla Skurlik after that game here while we were upstairs just having a little supper break here. And she is in very good spirits considering giving up a 6. But that's what we love about her, is always positive, always feeling good, and she's ready to go for the next draw. So we'll be excited to see Team Skurlik. They drop down to the B side. They'll be back on the ice later. And then, of course, as we said, Team Ueno, the Japanese national champions, they have qualified for the playoffs. Now, let's shift to tonight's draw. What do we have up on store right now? Well, it just happens to be the other A qualifier game. Tyler, what do we got on the ice right now?
Yeah, we have Team Kang versus Team Beth Peterson from Manitoba. So really excited for this game tonight. It's going to be a good matchup, and really excited for it.
Yeah, it's two. I guess you can call them a little bit of two team upsets in a way of being in this A qualifier. Peterson knocked off Team Gim to get here in the A semifinal, and Kang knocked off Team Laws to get into this matchup as well. So Laws and Gim, we just saw them back on the ice in the B games in the last draw, and then now we have Peterson and Kang, who many people may not have locked into their brackets to be playing in this A qualifier, but here we are.
That's going to be a great night of curling. We see in the opening end here, they're playing it pretty defensive.
Yeah, a little bit different than what we saw the last game, where both in the A qualifier that we saw in the last draw here, where both teams kind of went cat versus cat right away. Now we're going to say maybe a little bit of cat and mouse game between two teams, which maybe they weren't even themselves expecting to be in the A qualifier game tonight when they looked at the draw, but here they are. So they're maybe just feeling each other out a bit. Maybe also, as you said, a Canadian team from Manitoba, a team from Korea playing each other. Maybe they're just not familiar with each other either.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we play a wide open game, if you are joining us, drop us into the chat, say hello. Jamie's always excited, right, Jamie? Always excited for some curling action. Let's also give a huge shout out to our camera crew. They are back, same camera crew we had in the last draw with us. So since you all loved them so much in the last draw, as did Tyler and all, we thought, hey, why don't you guys stick around and be with us tonight? And they said, we already are sticking around. You don't have to ask us. We already agreed to this before. So that is what dedicated curling volunteers do, folks. They don't even need to be asked. They already said, oh, we're doing that, whether you would have asked us or not. So welcome back, camera crew. Good to see you back.
Top notch. They're joining us. They're students at the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology and the Alberta University of the Arts. So very fortunate to have them working with us this weekend.
Go Trojans. Say Trojans, right? You're the Trojans, yes? Yep, see, I know. I got you. Wonderful. Drop us in the chat. Say hello. Let us know where you're from. Aiden, welcome. Sending Team Peterson love from Winnipeg. Let's go, girls. There you go. We got some Winnipeg love right out of the gate. This Team Peterson, do not underestimate Beth Peterson, our team. They have been here before. They've been to the playoffs where last year was a semifinalist. They seem to turn out when the Autumn Gold is on, and Beth Peterson and her team have been here for a number of years. So not surprised if you've been following them over the years that they do well at this event. They have a history of doing so. So don't let this being in this A qualifier be too much of a surprise for you. They are a very, very strong team out of Manitoba.
Absolutely, and we've seen versions of this team make an appearance at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Beth Peterson and crew playing at the Scotties in the bubble in 2021.
Yep.
And then Kelsey Rock also played in the Scotties last year with the team out of Manitoba. They made it very far. Not Team Cameron. Was it Team Cameron? I believe it was Team Cameron.
They were there. They were the
Yeah,
bronze
I
medalists
know.
last
So
year.
Kelsey Rock
Yep.
filled in with that team at the Scotties
Yep.
last year with Team Cameron, and they made it to the semifinal, I believe. I believe they got
Bronze
third
medal
place.
winners. Yeah. Team
absolutely.
Cameron. Bronze medal winners.
Yeah, so she was filling in for Taylor McDonald
Yes.
last year at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Calgary here.
Yeah, a lot of experience on this team, right? Like we said with Beth, and good call on Kelsey Rock, originally from here in Alberta. And you may remember Kelsey when she was leading the Pandas back in the day of U of A days. And she also competed here, skipping a team, and has played at this event numerous times as well. So no, not unfamiliar to Autumn Gold Curling Classic fans. You should be quite familiar with this team. What about Team Kang on the other side, though? Let's talk about them. What do we know about them, Tyler?
Yeah, absolutely. They've had, really strong tournaments so far. So in the first game, they knocked off Team Grey Withers, and in the second game, they defeated Team Sturmey, and then in the third game, they defeated Team Laws. So they've had a really, really strong tournament so far, knocking off, two really strong Alberta teams, and then Team Law is one of the best teams in Canada. So strong tournament so far, and they're really excited to be in this position, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of people, may not have heard of them or to this point, but strong team and have had a great start to the year so far.
And a good testament, like we were talking about in the last draw that we commentated, and now going into this one, again, another strong Asian representation here. Team Kang coming out of Korea. We may be more familiar with Team Gim, of course, being from Korea and being two-time champions here. But here comes Kang, who's been playing really well as of late in their last couple events. We saw with Team Park in the last draw, also to Korea. They picked up a win over Japan's Team Yoshimura. We may need to stop underestimating how strong Korean women are. We've been talking a lot about the Japanese curling program. Here's the Korean program that has 3 really good teams that are playing high-quality curling right now on the women's side.
Yeah, they're here, and they're very, very good, and they're ready to compete for sure. There's no question about that. The training is incredible that they receive, and the coaching and all that. So they're here, and they're good.
And maybe it'd be exciting to watch them, actually, because I'm sure maybe a lot of curling fans haven't seen them in a feature game before like we're doing right now. I know I haven't had a chance to see them play in a feature game, so this is even my first time watching them here directly in person. So it's going to be kind of exciting it's always nice when you get to see a new team that maybe you're not familiar with, and then all of a sudden they grow a fan base because you watch them in one streaming game at an event like the Autumn Gold, and you go, wow, this team's really good. They impress me. I'm going to keep my eye on them, and now I'm going to be cheering for them. So good opportunity for them, and a good opportunity for us as curling fans to check out a new team that we may not be familiar with. Our wide open end is continuing here in the first. I think like we expected, a little bit of what we were expecting out of this game. Hey, Tyler?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you'll see the team with the hammer here really start to, in the second end, try to get a deuce and generate that 2-point or more in the even end with hammer early in the game.
There you see, you got a shot of us. We're on skip stones here, and as you can see, it is Team Kang throwing right now. So that means, in case you missed it, Team Peterson does have hammer here in the opening end, and they are throwing the yellow rocks. And here's Team Kang throwing red. Swap a few takeouts, sets Beth up potentially here to just be a peel for the blank is kind of where we're going here. Although we were surprised a lot in the draw we just did, Tyler, so maybe we shouldn't say anything. Those two teams proved us wrong when we made some bets going on early, and then they shocked us with some play. So
yeah, a lot of interesting things happened later on in the ends for sure.
Never underestimate a skipper's deuce or an unexpected seal. Anything can happen. Or a double for 6, right, Kayla? We say that with love because we were, like I said, having a good conversation with her, and she was very positive about it. So we mean it with all respect. There you go. Nice little hit and roll. Good opportunity, though, in this opening end. Yeah, they're playing it wide open. It may be not as exciting for some of you watching, but on the flip side, think of it from the team's perspective. It's a good opportunity. They're getting to see how the ice is playing, throw some different shots, practice a little bit of hit and rolls, getting some good taps and hits right now. Just getting the game under the slider to start us off. So smart move for the two of them.
Yeah, it'll be really important to watch here. Talking to Kayla Skrillick after the last game, she had mentioned that the ice changed a little bit as the game went on. So that could definitely factor in here as well. It is a little bit warmer outside this weekend. It's starting to cool down right now, though, with the sun having set. But that'll be important to watch as well and see how that factors in tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Good call. And see, folks, in between the games, we're not just sitting around doing nothing. We're doing our homework. We asked Kayla about the ice. We asked her to give her some inside tips of how it's going. So there you go. We don't just sit around doing nothing. We were busy. Tyler was busy. I was eating. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. Last rock. Beth Peterson. Looking for the blank.
Looking to sweep this for Curl. Oh,
And
wow.
there we go, folks. That's what we said. Sometimes happens. A little flash there, misses, and an unexpected steal for Team Kang from Korea.
Yeah.
There you see Spy Fives on their side. They take the early 1-0 lead. Anything happens. Never underestimate, folks. Welcome to curling.
Yeah, and you can see Beth Peterson by her body language definitely rattled about what just happened there. And, you know, that definitely gives the momentum to Team Kang early on.
She definitely, at the end there, we saw her. She took a look at the ice, picked up something off the ice as well. So whether that affected the rock or not, unknown. But she did see something down there and picked up some debris of some kind and cleaned the ice off a bit. So we'll see if that was, whether that impacted is unknown. But she did take a look there just to double check things for us. Oh, good comment in the chat there. Team Kang represents Korea at the Winter University Games 2025. There you go, folks. Got a university team here representing the Republic of Korea. Very exciting. University team on the ice. University team managing the cameras up here. Nothing's going to make me feel more old than sitting around a bunch of university people right now.
I'm not in university.
I'm not either. I've been out of university for longer than you've been alive, Tyler Powell. Let's not talk about it, my friend. Although if anyone wants to throw in the chat the update of the Oregon Ducks game, I would appreciate that side of it. I can double dip my sport love, right?
So you see Team Kang throwing a center line guard here. We are likely going to see more Roxton play this end.
And we'll be paying attention a little bit, like you said, to Beth on how she responds after an unexpected miss in the opening end. At least, hey, if you're going to have a miss in the opening end, it's the best time to do it and only give up one. But still, sports psychology comes into play always. So hopefully she shakes that off quick and just parks it, moves on, gets into end number 2. And as we said before in the other draw game, scoring 2 or more in an even end still puts you at a really good advantage to go far and towards winning the game.
Ooh, and that's a tough spot there for that rock to end up. Gives the opportunity here for Team Kang to shrink the scoring area right away. That rock ended up in a very good spot for Team Kang.
Yeah. Yeah, they just basically have something to come down to now. It's like a big target.
Yep.
Now, as you see, there are a bunch of other games on the ice right now. We are going to get to do a scoreboard update at the end of this end. So at the end of the second end, we will go through, let you know who's all on the ice right now and where we're standing. So stay tuned for that. We'll keep you updated.
You see Beth Peterson there really cleaning the ice. Maybe there's some debris or something that she sees out there.
Yeah, we've kind of seen it actually we saw Team Kang doing the same halfway down the ice a little bit after the first rock of this end too. So I don't know if they're picking something up or seeing something, but they're definitely paying a lot more attention to that than we saw in the last game. Of course, feature games of streaming are all taking place on sheet number 5, so we're on the same ice as we were earlier, and for all the other draws. Shout out to all the other commentary teams that have stepped up and volunteered their time leading up in today. Thanks to all of you.
Yeah, lots of volunteer power required to make this event happen. There are over 40 volunteers that volunteer their time all weekend to update the scores on Curling Zone and the name signs, work with the live stream, be at the door, and then also commentators as well. So we're very grateful for all those people.
Volunteers really make the dream work to its best. Team Kang kind of has that whole backing back there to come down to and play with now to their advantage.
And that's a bit of a missed opportunity for them. They would have loved to have gone to the nose or a little bit on the inside, the center line side as we look at it right now. So missed opportunity for Team Kang there. The door is a little bit open here for Team Peterson.
Yep, they're definitely going to be losing that red one now.
Clean.
Good opportunity for the Manitoba rink.
Clean. Yep. Yes. Really gotta go. Hard. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Hard. Hard.
There you go. Beth.
Took a odd turn.
That's right, Beth. Took an odd turn.
Yeah.
Just rolled a little bit too far there, hey, Tyler?
Yeah, for sure. You see Team Kang playing the freeze here, trying to shrink that scoring area. And they do have a rock in a really powerful position up there in the 8-foot. So really like this opportunity for them.
Yeah. Brims down the whole way on this one.
This does look tight.
Yeah. Oh, did that ever go, hey? Let's see where it ends up.
Yeah, that's a tough miss there. They, not sure what happened there, because they did hit that top guard, so they must have been a fair bit inside, because that rock in the 8-foot was a lot more in play than that rock that was a halfway guard. So tough miss there.
Clean. 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 Yep. Whoa. 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 Off.
There we go.
Yeah, that's not bad. Must have been something to do with their throw on the first one. Oh, this one?
Beth will also be really good for commentary. She's always awesome. Learned this last year commentating one of her games when she's mic'd up. She'll add some good commentary for you folks. We'll try to make sure her mic's going for you.
So Team Kang is looking to play the double here. And this is a really good call, because if they make this double, they'll be sitting dead buried in the top 8-foot in a really powerful position behind the guard. And what a great shot.
And gets it out of there.
Yeah, that's a great shot. See Team Peterson electing to peel the guard. Good call.
Yeah.
flank opportunity could still be in play here if this is made well.
Yeah, first to third stones here.
And that interesting shot there. So she tried to peel, and she ends up hitting and rolling over to guard her rock on the back of the 8-foot. So Team Kang is going to freeze here. Team Kang, the shot's looking really good. And what a great shot. Looks like it may have overcurled slightly.
Yeah.
So that rock at the back of the 8-foot, the Team Peterson rock, is second shot as we look at it right now.
It's a chance for Beth to be sitting 2 here.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Hard. Yep, 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 yep.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the jam.
Yeah, that's a tough miss there.
So if you're Team Kang, what do you do now? What's your call here, Tyler?
Yeah, I think the goal for Team Kang right now is to force
Yeah.
in this end. So I think what you're seeing from Team Kang is they're trying to get second shot here. So I don't know if you can get that by hitting it on the nose. You might need to roll in slightly, but if they can get first and second shot at the front of the house and at the back of the house there, then force is definitely on. And that's a really good position for Team Kang.
Let's see if they can get the kind of the roll behind that corner guard there that we just saw. Oh, it rolls out though.
Oh, wow.
Yep. A little bit of a missed opportunity there for the pressure.
Absolutely. So you see Team Peterson. She's going to try and freeze on that red rock on the right-hand side as we see it right now.
Speed's nice here, hey?
Yep, bring their own corner guard finally to their advantage.
Yep.
Kind of what you'd like to see done when you have a corner guard that's your color. You want to use it to help you, not your opponent.
Absolutely.
Room right now. Wait if you can. Wait if you can. Line's good.
And the line looks good. They just got to get the weight. Get it to go.
You got to hold the line.
Yeah. There's the freeze.
Oh, great shot.
Yeah, nicely done.
Very well done.
Yep, beautiful shot by Beth Peterson.
Great, Bryce.
So it's going to force Team Kang's hand here to make a really good freeze to force Team Peterson in the second end here.
Kang did just see the same line, same weight that Beth just threw, so she can kind of use that to help her out on this shot. Her final shot of the end.
Yeah, very important shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Sweepers are on it hard.
Yeah, the whole way so far, hey?
Oh,
Look
they
at that
gotta get it
curl.
there. They gotta get it there for shot rock. And they do not. So the draw is there for Team Peterson to get 2 points here in the second end.
Skipper's deuce coming up. Wow.
Yeah, same throw.
See, there you go. Same throw. Beth calling her shot right there for us. So here we go. Beth Peterson throwing the last rock here in end number 2. Already won in our scoreboard. This is her draw to score 2 and take the lead here in the second end.
I think you're okay.
Yeah, just doing cleaning so far. No complaints, no worries. Nice calm.
And 2 points here in the second end from Team Peterson here at the 2024 Curlers Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic.
Yeah, nice draw there. Nice rebound, as we said, from that first end. Great job. Beth Peterson takes the lead, 2-1. Let's do a scoreboard update, shall we? Let's take the camera and shift ourselves over to sheet number 1. There you go. It looks like Bacher has a 2-0 lead playing 2. Is that correct? Yep, that would be correct over Phillips right now. So there you go. 2-0 over there. Let's go to sheet number 2. Team Fujisawa, Team Sturmey. Sturmey has the 1-0 lead. They're just, as you see right there, wrapping up the second end. Fujisawa with hammer, and she's about to throw her last soon. Shifting over to sheet number 3. Ha from Korea with the 2-0 lead, scoring 2 in the first. The lead over Delori, the team from the Northwest Territories, coming down for this event. Delori has hammer. They're just about to throw skip stones. Sheet number 4, Team Brown. They take the one in the first end. They take the early lead over Team Teveno, 1-0. And there you see they are just wrapping up skip stones as well. Teveno with hammer, about to throw her last. Of course, sheet 5 is our feature, which we'll get back to in a second. Sheet number 6, we have the blank on the board. Nothing going on there for us to update on scores. We'll keep you updated on that one, though. So there you go. There's our 6 sheets of play. We'll keep you updated on the scores as we go along.
So I did see on sheet 6, I did see McNamee flash the last shot, and it was 1 point for Team Stixma.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, not perfect, but perfect that we have a score update is what we meant to say. Coach Tyler with the moving eyes, man. You should see him up in the booth, folks. He's just leaning forward, and his eyes cross all 6 sheets like repeatedly throughout the whole time. Guy's always moving. It's impressive. And there we go. Beth Peterson's points on our board for the 2-1 lead.
So that center line guard, can't quite see it in the shot here, but there is a center line guard just barely over the hog line on our sheet here.
You'll see it shortly as this rock will get by it.
Line's good.
There it is.
Wait only. Line's
Very, very high up there.
hard, guys. Gotta be there. Gotta be there.
But not hogged, still in play, so no drinks are owed on that one.
Stop on Allie.
This is our first chance to see Kang with hammer.
Looks like they're throwing a corner guard here,
Mm-hmm.
or throwing one to the wings.
What do you like better there, Tyler? You like the corner guard? Or you like just splitting the rings right now?
I think I like splitting the rings in this situation, trying to get it deeper than the one that you have on the T line ideally, or even slightly deeper than that. And they're sweeping this really hard.
To get it there. That was the call. Look at them dragging it though. Nice sweep though. Dragged that pretty far.
Yeah, that was really good. That was crucial for them to get it there. I mean, they would have liked it a few feet deeper than that, but fortunately it doesn't leave a double.
Yeah.
However, it does leave a hit and roll towards the center line for Team Peterson.
Yeah, good sweeping there to drag that as far as they could.
Clean. Yep.
But big opportunity for Team Peterson here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
They're on and off.
Yeah. Full on yes all the way.
Hi, Daddy. Go, go, go. Sorry. Good throw. Really good
And
throw.
really close. You hear Beth Peterson say, good throw. So likely just a little bit off on the line call there. Probably didn't expect it to curl as much as it did.
There you see the good conversation that Team Kang is having. Which of the two options they wanted to do. Hit and roll behind their own, or hit and roll to the side of the house and split the rings again. Both calls, really good calls either way if you make them.
Sweepers on it.
Whole way down.
Oh, interesting.
Lost the shooter though too on top of it.
Little lucky there with the wiki ticky.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse than it ended up actually.
Yeah, not a horrible outcome there.
No. Not what they wanted, but I don't think they're going to be too upset with how that could have turned out for them.
I think we freeze. They're just sitting here for two, but. You can go back four, be shot.
Yeah, what do you like there, Tyler?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think Beth Peterson here is not, she's not stoked about the guards up front.
No. You heard her say they could go around everything, but she's not liking, like you said, the mess in the front. Even though they're yellow rocks, they're not really benefiting her right now. And they could end up hurting her in the long run. So she sees the danger, and the red light went off, and went, we got to fix this right now.
Yeah.
Good call.
Interesting outcome there. Team Kang's going to try and hit and roll out to the wings a little bit here. Not a whole lot of space to do so, but that's what they're going to try to do. And you see a little speed wobble there. Coming out of the hack, a little unbalanced. Let's see if this affects the outcome of the shot.
Full sweep here. Nosed.
And that's a pretty good spot where that is. It's a very difficult double. It's quite steep.
Almost there, center. Or you nose. Okay.
There you go.
10-5. Do you want that turn? Okay, you can throw a 10. It'll curl.
There you go. Beth Peterson, Mike, doing all the work for us tonight. Thanks, Beth. You're making this really easy for us at almost 9 p.m. in the evening. She's doing the commentary for us. taking out the guesswork too for us, which is much appreciated.
Gotta go. Really go.
Third
Really
Kelsey
gotta go,
Rock.
Dad.
And you heard Beth said they really got to go on it.
Clean. Okay. 10 seconds.
And that over curling for Kelsey there.
Yeah, both teams so far in the first 3 ends really still getting trapped on a lot of this, right? We're seeing the same types of misses on both teams right now.
Yeah, a lot of over curls.
Yeah.
For sure.
So being a big coach that you are there, Tyler, what do you think is attributing to that? Is it just ice, nerves? What could be possibly going on to see this happen?
Yeah, I think it's ice conditions.
Yeah.
I think that the ice looks like it's curling a little bit more than it was in the draw that we saw earlier. So I'd say that's a pretty big factor for sure. And I think weight also. I think the weight that they're throwing is probably slightly off from what they're intending to throw.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last game too a little bit of how much of a difference throwing the right weight control can play, even if with a miss, to make a positive miss. So we'll see. Well, let's keep an eye on both teams here as we go through this game and see if who corrects that the fastest might be the one that pulls out the win here.
Absolutely, and you see Team Peterson here throwing a kind of lighter weight takeout, and they really got to curl this in to get it here.
Go, hard on red, hard to close, Allie. Go. Right out. Go, Cat, go, more.
Let's see what it ends up. It's still going to be both stay in the ring, but Kang remains shot.
Yep, not pushing it far enough.
Good throw. That just hit.
So good opportunity here for Kang to, what would you do here? Split? You split the top right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sit your 3.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sit the 3, and yeah, Team Peterson only has 2 rocks here, so they got to be very selective as to what Team Peterson's going to play on their last 2.
Yeah, the door just kind of opened up all of a sudden out of nowhere.
For sure. Great opportunity here. They are going to try and split it and hit it on the center line side as we see it right now.
Yeah, perfect shot to split this and then have your shooter rock just go behind that long center guard that you talked about.
Yeah,
kind of bury it almost. If you can make that happen, that's going to be perfecto. Haven't touched it.
Looks heavy to me.
Yeah, it's just going to be a nose and it's going to go through.
Oh, wow. That's a really big error there.
Yep.
Yeah, just way too much weight. She had hack plus there even. And you need to be very careful with those shots. Even if you hit it on the nose, you still want to have not too much weight that you pump it through the rings when you hit it. And that was an error. That was way more weight than she was intending to throw.
Yeah, like you said, even you're right, hitting it on the nose and just pumping it back even into the 8-foot or wherever, at least keeping it in play. Doesn't give Beth Peterson an out that she has right now. She has a chance to be sitting 2 across the houses and kind of force.
Absolutely. Yeah, crucial that she sticks around on this shot.
Yeah. Yeah, good call. Beth Peterson first skip stones here in the 3rd end.
Really got to curl this.
Trying to carve it over there and just makes contact though at least.
Yeah, back-to-back errors there.
Yep.
Because this still, leaves the door open for the split. I bet Beth Peterson would have liked to have had that one back. I'm surprised that she threw as much weight on that one as she did. She threw quite a bit of weight, and I know her thought process probably was it's out in the wings. you want to throw a little bit more weight.
Don't
Might
get
be a
caught
little
in the
bit more.
sludginess.
Yeah, it might be a
Right.
little bit more unpredictable, but she threw a lot of weight there.
Yeah, you're right. It gives Kang the opportunity to have the same shot again. But now with the skipper throwing it. It's definitely a lot closer to her. But sitting open now, though. Opportunity for Peterson. Just a nice hit and flop over toward closer to the center line now.
10-5. Try and get a little bit under.
There you go.
I read at it.
Well, she makes this hit and flop over. They'll be sitting 2, and there's your force.
Yep. Long guard, fortunately, for Team Kang. Even if it's directly behind cover, it should be pretty easy to get at.
Clean.
And there you see hands up, and weights up a bit again.
Ay, 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 ay. Sorry.
So it'll be interesting here. I think that they're just electing to hit it on the nose there. Take their one.
Would you try to take on anything else here, Tyler?
It's risky.
Yeah, right?
Very risky. Could try the blank attempt. Try to hit that yellow rock thin onto that other yellow rock and double them out. But
super thin.
Yeah. It is risky for sure.
Last rock here in end number 3. Team Kang. Peterson's sitting 2 right now.
Oh, and the audible. Oh.
Oh, just misses it. Oh, it just goes behind. It will be a steal of 1 for Beth Peterson. And all of a sudden, she has added to her lead. They now lead 3-1 over Team Kang after 3.
Yeah, you saw the audible attempt there at the end. It was clearly running wide for them. And they thought that they might be able to get the double, but it had just over-curled slightly.
Wow. Well, there you see some updates going across the board. Very big steal of 3 for Team Ha. They increased their lead to 5-0 over Team Delory from the Northwest Territories. The Koreans curling quite well right now, as we see. And there's our other updates. No score has been added to number 1. Sheet number 2, we see Team Fujisawa. They picked up 2 with Hammer in the second end. They now lead Team Sturmey 2-1. And as you see, lots of rocks in play over on sheet number 2. As we come to expect when we see Team Fujisawa, they like to play with the rocks in play. And number 4, or sheet number 4, I should say, excuse me. Team Brown picks up the big steal of 1. They now take the 2-0 lead over Team Teveno. And we'll shift ourselves over to sheet number 6. And there you go. There's what Tyler was talking about earlier. Now we see another point on the board for McNamee. It is 1-1 after 3. Team Stixma, they will have Hammer playing 4. And you are now up to date on all the scores. Here we go with end number 4 action. If you're joining us tonight on the stream, and pop your name in the chat or let us know where you're watching from. We always like to know where people are checking out curling, whether you're in Canada, Europe, Asia, anywhere internationally. We always like to know, and we'll give you a little shout out and say hello. So those that are joining us, thank you very much. I know it's a little late. We are just past 9 o'clock here in Calgary time. So everyone on the other side of Canada and internationally, I know it's getting a little either super late for you or super early morning in Asia time. So if you are joining us, let us know. Always welcome to have you join us, and we're happy to say hello.
I'm joined by James, of course, who's a very famous curling podcaster and blogger. Has the Twine Time podcast and blog.
When did the word famous get pumped in front of that? I didn't pay you to say that. Wow, that's impressive. This is I didn't buy a beer or anything for Tyler to say that tonight, folks. That was just Coach Tyler being nice tonight. He's in a good mood today, guys. Yes. Doing a blog and podcast for over 10 years now covering curling. Year number 11 this year.
And can you believe that he only started curling last season?
I know, right?
Pretty incredible.
Only one season in now, hey? Out of control. Who knew?
And we have a very special guest with us. We have Bernice Merrick here from Curler's Corner, and we're going to pass over the headset to her to say some words here in the third end.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Good. Great event.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, been some great curling.
Yeah, everybody's worked really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of action.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had much of a chance to watch the games, but
You've been busy in the store and
Just a
talking to
little.
people. And
yeah, a little.
Yeah.
A little. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
We see Curler's Corner there, your one-stop curling shop.
Yeah. That was drawn by my husband back in 1993.
Yeah, do you want to share with people maybe what and the story behind the logo?
Well, when I met my husband Ian, we actually got engaged right directly behind us. I was sitting on the old pool table that was here, and he asked me to marry him on a Friday night. And in 1993, I told my dad I wanted to open up a curling store, and he told me I was fun curling in Europe because we sure are dragging our asses. So the dragon just kind of became the logo for the store, and he's been around for 31 years. So yeah, Ian passed away in 2010, and that was the year that I became the title sponsor of the Autumn Gold for the first. So it's been 15 years.
Well,
since.
happy anniversary, by
Yeah.
the way. Oh my gosh.
It's exciting.
That is very exciting.
Yeah, it was a dream. It's something that I always wanted to do, was to be a sponsor for the Autumn Gold. I've been involved in the Autumn Gold since 1993, but not at the title sponsor level.
So talk about your involvement since the event started.
Oh, well, I worked doors and admission, and I worked probably every single committee: advertising, sponsorship, donations. I chaired the event for, I think, approximately 7 to 8 years. And then I became title sponsor, and it's,
Awesome.
yeah, it was very important to give back.
That's great.
Oh, Megan says hello, Bernice.
Hi, Megs. How are you, girlfriend? I've been chatting with her forever. Every time there's an event on, Megan is always saying hello, and yeah, we've become kind of chat friends, I guess. So it's nice to see her. Yeah.
It took you to comment to bring her out.
Oh, she's a big supporter of curling. She loves curling. Absolutely loves it. Yeah. I think I sent her a shirt, didn't I?
You guys are just going to have your own chat here.
I can't remember. It wasn't it a Johnny what shirt was it that I sent you, Megs? She probably has it on, knowing her.
Typing right now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a great event. There's been a lot of people involved over the years, and it's still running strong, and a lot of really good teams. It's a lot of new faces,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of Asian teams in particular,
Team
hey?
Cooey, right.
A lot of Asian teams doing very well in the last few years.
Yeah, it's well, after we became a slam event, and when they opened it up to the tour points and things like that, is when we started to get a real influx of different teams across Canada and around the world. It was originally designed to showcase the Calgary teams against the rest of the teams and top teams in Canada, and there was always a quota of 12 to 16 Alberta teams or Calgary teams, and then the rest was filled with teams from Manitoba, Jennifer Jones, and so on and so forth. Yeah. And then we became a slam event, and that whole quota changed. And yeah. But we used to have junior provincial here, senior provincials, champions, and then it went more to the point structure. And we were kind of designated to have the teams in the point structure. So it cut down on the number of Calgary teams that we had, and brought in a lot more talent from around the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think, just speaking to the Calgary Curling Club, right? One of the premier facilities in Canada, right? And one of the oldest, I think, if not the oldest curling facility in Alberta, correct?
I think so, yeah. And this is one of the longest running major cash bond spiels. This was kind of the forefront of everything. There was nothing ahead of the Autumn Gold. Like everybody, we had waiting lists of 16, 17 teams at one time, but of course, now that it's gone a different direction, there's a lot of the top teams that are doing the points bet in the World Curling Tour and whatnot that aren't able to make it. They need a weekend off, and when you have 3 events prior to the Autumn Gold, something has to give somewhere. So we've lost a few of the teams that we would normally have here due to those events, and of course there's something next weekend as well, so the curlers need a break.
Yeah, it's busy, hey?
And it's expensive to travel too, right? So you kind of have to pick and choose what event you're going to attend.
First year was 1978, is that correct? This event?
Oh boy, no, I need
I put you on the spot,
my box of
friend.
programs, I mean, I know a lot, but not that much.
We're going to assume that that's correct.
Yeah, well,
46th annual.
46th annual.
Someone can do the math for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Megan, do the math,
Megan,
would
do
you?
math. That sounds like 78 in my head if I did the math.
In around there, yeah. And it was actually Joanne's Fashion. It was called Joanne's Fashion Autumn Gold. And then we had, who was it? Labatt's was around for a number of years. And then it became Husky Oil. And Bill Popowell was a big part of that. And they gave everyone, all the girls got husky dogs. And you got great big giant husky dogs for your prizes, as well as the money, of course. And then Trail Appliance took over. And then from Trail it went to Curler's Corner.
Awesome.
Quite a history.
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
Speaking about furry friends, you don't have one on your arms right now. This is
no,
the first.
Briar's actually downstairs, crashed out. Yeah, he has a busy day today. He was playing all day long.
Lots of socializing.
Oh, that dog doesn't stop.
Yeah.
He just plays. Yeah, he's. I mean, it's funny when people come in, they say hi to Briar, and then it's kind of like, "Oh, Bernie, will you get me a gripper?" It's, sure. Or I'm playing with the dog. Okay. But yeah, no, he's a part of it. He's been coming since he was 4 months old. So yeah, everybody knows him. Yeah, he should make him an influencer,
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. He should have his own Facebook page.
His own Instagram account.
I know. Well, you start it up because I don't have time for that.
Tyler's really good at that.
I know. Yeah, I think Tyler's a little bit busy too.
Look,
Yeah.
he's just sitting here casual.
Exactly.
I'm just talking tonight. Talking and having a pint of beer.
Oh,
So
there you
Some
go.
Reese peanut butter
Eating
cups
his
that he sat
Reese's
on.
peanut-
And it's all been good for him.
Yeah, he comes to my house for meetings and he gets grapes and nuts. So he's.
Oh, you feed him?
Well, I mean, I don't feed him. I just kind of put it out and he. Just kidding.
Probably feed him more healthier than he does apparently when he's on his own. Take
Evidently.
Care of him.
Well. Yeah. So no, it's been a great event. It's quite wonderful to see. I miss some of the teams that aren't here. We miss Chelsea not being here, and of course Jennifer now that she's retired, but she was here back in September for the doubles, and she said it's going to be the strangest Thanksgiving she's had in 20 years because she was always here at Thanksgiving. It was her home, So in Terrazoni they used to come, and yeah, we've had this. If the walls of this curling club could talk, The number of champions that have been in and out of this building, it's absolutely unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
So
I really,
remarkable.
well, I should have actually kept a 30-year journal because I'm sure there's a lot of stories that I could tell.
It is true.
Yeah, what happens in Calgary stays in Calgary.
I was just going to say, people, if they come down here, come up at night and come sit next to Bernice, you may get some good stories.
Well, you probably would.
I remember this from last year.
Oh, yeah, you got some good stories last year.
But like you said, that stays in the curling club.
Well,
So
no,
we-
it doesn't actually.
I've heard some good ones at your meetings at your place too. So
Oh, yeah. we've
While
got-
eating grapes.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
grapes and
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it was quite amazing coming out here the other day just prior to the event because there was 5 sheets, and the structuring of the development program within the Asian community is absolutely amazing. They're working really hard to build the program.
And it's showing with the results.
It is showing with the results. Yeah. But then they don't have the multitude of curlers that we have, and they don't have the competitive teams that we have. So we couldn't do what those countries are doing with the funding because how do you pick and choose?
Completely different systems.
It's
Yeah.
well, and just by sheer volume of numbers as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're paid, trained athletes. This is their job. They come here to curl.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible too, hey, the different approaches that some of the different countries take as well with their high performance programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, even within the different Asian countries and the European countries and all
Mhm.
that, you see a bunch of different approaches from, you know, country to country, right? In terms of what resources they're given and in terms of how much time they're able to commit to it. Do they have full-time, part-time jobs? It varies a lot, country
very
by
much.
country.
Well, and one of the interesting things that a lot of Canadians don't know is that in Europe, there is a bond spin development. It's, you can't help but get better when you go to a bond spill every other weekend, and Edine and, Yench and, all of those guys are at all the bond spills. Now, some of them are fun, and they're outright fun. Yeah, so it's for a European vacation for Canadians, you could take your shoes and basically find a bond spill every weekend somewhere. It's not like here where we can't get ice or very limited ice. So it's kind of neat. Oberstdorf used to have 128 teams, and every one of them were either a national champion or a world champion, and they kind of all mix and match teams. And
Oh, wow.
it was quite a bond spill.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I remember a few stories. We talked about that event last year up here. Yeah. It did sound like a lot of fun.
It was. Yeah. And then, of course, you've got, Andy Camp and Uli Camp and a lot of, Iko Ramsfeld and a lot of those guys that were, competitive curlers and champions and Olympians that have taken over the development programs in their countries as well. So it's interesting how curling is growing around the world,
Absolutely. And we just see a steal of one there for Team Peterson.
Yeah.
Team Kang did have a shot for 2, but just over curled, and Team Peterson will get the steal here in 4.
The ice is exceptional. Rob and Jamie have done a fantastic job, and the crew.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they work hard to make sure the ice is like this, and also for the Premier League that we have on Wednesday. Bob
Yeah.
does an amazing job at that. Yeah.
Yeah, they work long hours. I know Rob Fisk, I spend a lot of time here, but I don't spend near as much time as he does, and every time I'm here, he's here.
Yeah, well, ice makers have
So,
a passion. They,
yeah.
Really
they really do have a passion, and they want people to be happy with their ice, and from shaving the ice and measuring it out and getting a weight on how much they've taken off, and Merklinger actually melts it down to get a volume count of the water, and it's a true art.
It's a science.
Yeah,
Yeah,
an
art
art
and a
and
science, both.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you see them with the scale measuring the amount of snow that they've shaved off, and
Yeah.
it gets pretty precise, and
Yeah.
they get within, grams of where they want to be, right?
Yeah, and they have to do cut some patterns into the ice depending on the floor and the surface and things like that. So they're always trying to, give the best curl possible. Sometimes it doesn't curl, sometimes it does, and that's at all clubs. But as curlers, we have to adapt to the changes, and sometimes it's not exactly what we want, but we have to kind of live with it. Both teams do. So, yeah.
That's what makes sport fun. The wild card factor of the field you play.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Always good.
Yeah, so shout out to the SAIT crew here on their great work tonight.
Yeah, they've been exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate all the volunteers this weekend.
Oh,
40 plus
I
people
know, I heard that.
that make it happen. So
Yeah. So we've got some really talented. It was nice to see Riley Backer back on the ice, young juniors, and there's a lot of younger girls. It's great to see. You know? I wonder if Miss Laws has had her baby yet. Have you heard?
I haven't heard.
And
No.
she's due very shortly here, so it'd be exciting to hear what she has.
Yes.
I think she's building a curling team, but don't tell anybody.
It'll literally be team laws for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah.
Oh, as long as everyone's healthy and happy, that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we wish her all the best, that's for sure. We miss her this weekend. Yeah. Well, it was great to chat with you guys. I'll let you get back to actually talking about the game. And we could probably go on for hours here about other stuff. But, yeah, and thank you for all the work that you've done this weekend.
Well, thank you for all the hard work you do. Speaking of people that put in hours, you were here all the time during this event. So let's give props to you as well.
Well, thank you.
'Cause you don't have to be, but you are because you love the sport and you love the athletes,
Yeah.
volunteers, everything. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, it's
appreciative.
important, right? I mean, if they happen to need something, whether it be a bandage or whatever, it's nice to have somebody here that. So, and I like to be a part of it. I guess it's just in my blood that I have to be here at 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday, right? It's like I've been doing it for so many years. Why wouldn't I continue? So,
yeah.
yeah. But, oh, and the coat hangers, yeah. Do you have any coat hangers? Wire hanger. Inside joke here with the audio guy. But, yeah. So, well, enjoy your evening, and it's going to be a fantastic championship Monday, I think. It's
Absolutely.
interesting. Any
Insider?
forecast on what you think who's going to be there on Monday? Or
I think Team Skrillex. I think even though they had a tough A final, I think they've had a really, really hot start to the year, and they did well in this event last year. And Kayla's on the board of directors here at the Calgary Curling Club, and they curl here every now and again and practice here. So I am hoping for them.
Yeah.
I might be a little bit biased, but
well, I mean, they're an outstanding team. I mean, Kayla put so many hours in that by practicing at the Garrison and a few other clubs around town and things like that. But and that last game, sadly, it just got away from her in that seventh end. And you have to admit that skip did make a nice triple to count.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, she didn't have to go for it, but why not? I mean, it could have gone the other way too, right?
Yep.
So you never know. With this game, it's kind of slippery, isn't it? So
yeah.
But sometimes that scoreboard isn't indicative of how great the game was.
100%.
And like you say, it just takes that one end and just kind of makes it look really bad. And it wasn't. It was a really good game. So, and she played well. She played well in the grant. What was it? The event that she.
And the points bet.
At the points bet.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
She's that Scott to get her in, or shot to get her into the Scott Tournament of Hearts. Like she's a shooter. She's got talent, but there's a lot of girls out here, and that's just it. Like the training and the time that a lot of these girls are putting in now, and the game has changed too, with more rocks in play and things like that. So you're seeing a lot more of these shots, and I can remember when we didn't have a free guard zone. You know.
I wasn't born yet. Yeah.
You were not born
Yeah.
yet.
I remember playing in the autumn gold against Sandra Schurler on sheet number 8, and there wasn't a guard in play for 3 ends. Like,
Wow.
You know, a rock would go into the house and we'd hit it, and then rock would go into the house and she'd hit it. And it was like, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
you know, and then, I mean, you got the Pat Ryan where it was, what, 9 blank ends,
Yeah.
and then somebody scored one
Yeah.
at the end, and then, of course, Russ and Glenn Howard came up with the 3 rock rule, and then it went to the 4 rock rule, and then it went to the 5 rock rule, and then it went to no ticks, and, you know, it's been a lot of changes over the years. I hope some people are keeping all of these rule books with,
Yeah, somewhere, yeah.
with the changes, yeah, yeah.
Well, at least it makes streaming more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3 blank ends of hit like you were
Oh,
playing.
yeah, you'd be talking
would
like
we be
we
doing?
are, right? Well, we'd be talking like this. But, and you've got something exciting coming up with this triples format that you haven't really touched on.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. You should
Yeah,
bring
share,
people
Tyler.
into the know about
Yeah.
what this program is that you are conjuring up.
Absolutely, yeah. So in November, we're hosting a triples camp with the Calgary Youth Curling Association. So triples is 3-person curling. Everybody throws 2 rocks, and they're 6-end games, and you rotate the position after every 2 end. So it's a newer discipline. It's been around for not a whole lot of years, but you know, excited to have this camp. I'm a little bit of a newbie when it comes to triples as well, so I'm gonna have to really do my homework before facilitating the camp at the end of November here. But we're also there's going to be an interesting Bonspiel announcement sometime in the near future about a triples Bonspiel. That's all I'm going to say now, but
Well, that's interesting.
yeah, in the very, very near future. So stay tuned to the Calgary Youth Curling Association page, and yeah, there'll be a interesting Bonspiel announced that
That's
involves
great.
triples. So
Streaming
it's-
viewers getting the heads up.
yeah,
Exactly.
See,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
pays to tune in, folks.
I'll
Pays
tell
to tune
ya,
in.
yeah. Well, and you know, it's really important that we support the junior programs and things like that. Like, you know, they're the growth of our sport.
100%.
And we need those, but at the same time we also need the 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds as well, because they're the people that come up and support the facilities and so on and so forth. So it's to me, I think we need all sorts of different programs, like Adult Learn to Curl and Family Learn to
Yeah,
Curl. You
family.
know, like, you know, nobody's ever touched on that, where they get mom and dad and the kids, and everybody learns how to curl, and then the parents get involved. Because how often do you see at a junior program where the parents just kind of sit behind the glass and they don't really know much about the game? So it'd be really cool if, you know, if something like that came into being, where the parents were involved with the kids, and then the kids want to curl with their parents. You could have family leagues on a Saturday or Sunday morning, and, you know, fill some of these clubs that have empty ice, and so, you know, and get back into the high schools and the junior high schools, and, you know, but it's a lot of work, and you need the volunteers.
Yeah.
And
Family that curls together stays together.
well,
Come
do
on
they?
That's what we're pushing now. We're like,
Okay,
we
well,
believe it's possible.
let's believe that
we have the
mantra.
Skillick sisters. We talked about them
Yeah,
earlier.
that's right.
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Our little
yeah,
curling together and happy family.
yeah. So, but yeah. So I think we've got a strong junior program here at the club. Anne Marie and staff here have worked hard to build the junior program here, and then you do the technical development program and things like that. So it's just we have to keep getting the word out. We can't just think that people are going to want to come to curl. We have to find ways to entice them to come and curl
Absolutely.
and get them involved in the sport, right? So
there's always work to be done. There's so much work to
well,
do, and it's
the day that you don't is the day that it dies,
yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's for sure. Anyway, thank you very much for the chat. It was great to see you. I don't do this very often, so
Well, glad you did.
I
We're glad
know.
you came up and
Well,
joined.
I
It's
know.
about time.
I know. You've been asking me for years.
I
thought, I
know.
know I better do this.
Finally, get up here.
I know.
And you loved it.
I do.
And
I
they
love you
loved it.
guys.
Look, the audience
Aw.
loved it. The fans
Aw.
were into it. So
Well, that's great. Well, I'm going to give you back your headsets, and you can get back to talking about the game. And,
Great chatting with
yeah,
you,
it's great to
Bernice.
chat with you. Yeah, and we'll talk to you soon for sure. And
On Monday.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tuesday. Well, I'll
Monday
see you
night.
Monday too. Yeah.
Yeah, our meeting.
Yeah, yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, I have that. I won't miss this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, enjoy, guys. Thank you very much. And
Awesome.
thanks for all your hard work, camera crew.
Thanks, Bernice. See ya.
Awesome. Thanks, Bernice. Good little drop in there. Always a pleasure to have her join us. And as you heard, we don't really get her on commentary very often. So, folks, that was very special. And we got to hear some really cool stuff. So, thank you, Bernice, for joining us. And sponsor love, of course. Let's give her again. Curler's Corner is the main title sponsor of this event. So, thank you. So now everyone that's joining us for this chat and this streaming of the game now knows the story behind the dragon. So you're one up on people that don't know the story. Every year we hear people asking the story about the dragon at this event. So those of you that have joined, you heard it directly from the sponsor's mouth on how this became to be. So you have the inside loop.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. So what's going on? Let's get back to our A qualifier here. As we know, 4-1 now for Peterson. But this end, Peterson's just applying all pressure all day.
Yeah, we see Team Peterson really in control here. They're playing a pick out on Team Kang's rock in the back of the 4-foot there to lie a few in the house there.
Beth's last rock here and number 5.
That looks close.
Yeah, nicely done.
Great shot.
Yep, picks right out of there to sit 2 and forces on once again.
Yeah, drawing against 2 here.
Mm-hmm. Needs full 4-foot.
And out on the ice here tonight, we also see on sheet number 4, we see Brittany Tran. So Brittany Tran is the chair of this event. So she is around here pretty much all weekend, all the time. So she's playing on Team Teveno and also chairing the event. So she definitely has her hands full this weekend.
Yeah, and first year curling with Team Teveno, as many may remember her curling with Team Skrillex in the past few years, and now she's moved over and curling with Team Teveno. They're also having a pretty good season this year, so wishing Brittany the best of luck for all of her hard work that she does off the ice and curling on it at the same time.
1 point there for Team Kang. Nice draw.
Yeah, nice try to close off the deficit here, now down 4-2, but ends the bleeding that we saw from those back-to-back steals, and now only down 2. 4-2 Peterson after 5. Yeah, let's go. Let's take a quick look over at some of the other scores. You're going to see a very interesting update when we get to sheet 3 in a second, but we'll start with sheet 1. There you see Bacher picking up the single in 3s to take the 3-2 lead over Phillips after they swapped deuces in the first 2 ends. Team Fujisawa is wearing the steel pants tonight, folks. Look at that. Steals in 3 and steals in 4. They now have the 4-1 lead over the defending Alberta provincial champions, Team Sturmey. And there you go. Look at them. They're already sitting 3 again over there. Fujisawa is, never underestimate them. Let's go over to sheet number 3. There's the big one. There you see when Team Ha from Korea was up 5-0 after 2 ends. And look at that in the third end. Team Delory, again, remember, from Team Northwest Territories, the new Polar Power appears to be on sheet number 3 as they picked up a big 4 in the third end to close the gap. Now only trailing 5-4 in that game. Stay tuned. We'll keep our eyes out on that one and how that finishes up. There you see Team Teveno that Tyler was just talking about. They are in a tie game with T Brown, 2-2 after the big score of 2 in the fourth. We'll keep our eyes on that one. There's our feature game. And, of course, sheet number 6, it looks like it's 1-1 still, maybe 2-1. they would just move to the side for us just a little bit. We'll keep you back up. Oh, dance the other way, dance the other way. We'll give you an update on that one. We'll go back to our feature game, and as soon as we can see, we actually honestly cannot even see the score from where we're sitting. They're directly standing exactly in front of our sight line. But as soon as we see the score, we'll give you guys an update.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting too. So you talk about the team from the Northwest Territories there, Team Delory. We have on Team Brown now, we have Sarah Colton, who used to play out of the Northwest Territories with Carrie Galusha and crew. So yeah, she's playing with Team Brown out of BC, and she's on the ice right now as we speak.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Northwest Territories across the sheets here, in that we saw earlier as well with Margot Fleming, now curling with Team Skrillex, and Carrie Galusha was on the ice this weekend as well over in Ontario playing at a tour event. So always wishing Carrie the best of luck in the future for her too. One of the most loved curlers in the sport.
So an update on sheet number 6. We have Team McNamee is up 2-1 over Team Stixma after 4 ends.
I'm glad you can see that, because I still can't see that from my angle, Tyler. You're just sitting at a way better spot than I am. Tyler's got those coach's eyes, folks. I told you, got to watch out. All right, so Tyler, we're in the second half of this game. We're starting off N6. Peterson is up by 2 with Hammer. What's your plan? If you're Team Kang right now, you know it's a long battle back. What's your game plan here going into end number 6?
Yeah, you're going hard.
Yeah.
You want it to be junky. You're going to be taking lots of risk because you need to get those points back. And, yeah, you really need to put your cards on the table here.
You're looking for a teenage boy messy house bedroom kind of situation for them. Rocks everywhere, just a disaster. Only way that you're going to steal some points and get some points, or what's going on here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
junk everywhere, clothes everywhere, rocks everywhere. That's the only way they got to get some points here. They got to get some steals, right?
Yeah. I mean, I might have clothes on my floor every now and again too, so maybe.
That's fact. I've been to Tyler's house, folks. It is. He may not live with family anymore, but he still kind of lives like he's a teenage boy. Remember, he did just pound out some Reese peanut butter cups here before this game that he sat on.
Right after crushing a poutine.
Oh my gosh, yeah. See, Tyler's living the life here, folks. You can tell he retired from competitive curling with what his diet is. As he was watching the teams, all these teams that are on this now stretched, leaned over and goes, "Boy, I don't miss any of that." We said, "Yes, I can tell by the poutine and the beer you're crushing right now that you do not miss stretching before games. We get it."
Or using a massage gun or anything like that.
No, all of that. That's why these are the elite athletes that they are on the ice right now, folks.
And that's why we are up here.
That is why, yes, this is as close as I'll get. I've practiced on this ice before. I've practiced on sheet 6 once. That's exciting. That's as close as I got. So Team Peterson's game plan, obviously, keep things as wide open as possible. Do the exact opposite. Have the nice, clean, pristine house. They don't need anything in play. They don't really have to worry about much. They just want to give no advantage to Kang at all. And obviously we saw in the last call that they made with the peel. Could be looking at a few of those right now, do you think, Tyler, of guard, peel for at least a couple more rocks, do you think?
I think so, for sure. I think Team Peterson's going to want to be keeping it pretty open up front. So I think that's absolutely what we're in for. They're going to try to peel the rocks that are closer to the house because those are ones that are more of a threat for Team Peterson.
And there you see, just as we called it, as soon as that rock came to a complete stop, who's out there? Beth's out there to get ready to peel that off. And there we go. Doesn't matter if you hit a piece of it or all of it, as long as it goes away. That's all Beth's worried about here.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how, as long as it goes.
Absolutely.
So how many times do you think Kang should be doing this plan here? As we see there, you see how many rocks are left in play. Do you do this one more, two more? Do you wait until first skip stones to start making plays into the house? What's your call here, Coach Powell?
Yeah, I think you wait till first skip stones to get one in there. I think, if you can have a guard in a really good spot here, it's really going to help you get a steal, and a steal is absolutely what you need. That guard is not ideal, the one that's up high there, the red rock.
Yeah.
Where that rock ended up there is actually pretty good. It gives Peterson kind of a couple options. She's likely going to chase that red rock in the rings, and
she's giving a little think and a little dance there.
Yeah.
You can give this a go, but it's not great.
It's exactly like you said, that rock went in a perfect position to make her sit and contemplate the plan now.
Yeah.
Think you're probably just doing this. Are you rip?
Yeah, so really debating the options here.
What do you like there, Coach? Yeah, there you see Kelsey's going to come down, and they're going to have a little bit of a chat. Smart move there. There's experience for you right there, folks.
Rip the high one. Everything's in the house.
Instead of Kelsey sitting in the hack talking, let's go down there and chat.
Like this, I don't know if it's not looking like it's going to do good things for us.
No,
I mean, everything will be behind the tee, but
It looks ugly from back there.
the other,
I don't mind ripping and seeing what they do.
'Kay.
And then
and I should have something
you
open.
should have something. Like right now you saw the draw.
Yeah, they straight tap. We're in a bit of a pickle, I'd say, but
Yeah. If they straight tap, I can play a run at it though.
'Kay.
And then hopefully blow some things up.
okay. What turn do you like? Doesn't matter to me.
So that was great conversation there. They
Thrower's
really
choice.
thought it through there. So they are electing to play the peel.
Maybe, Tyler, you can, as coming from someone who's getting more involved in the coaching side of things, how important is just that precision conversation that they both had? It was very open, both of them just throwing out their ideas, listening to each other. How key is just the communication factor, especially at this level? It makes a big difference.
Absolutely, yeah. You want everybody to be on the same page before you're throwing the shot, absolutely. And, I think it was a really great move for Kelsey to come down and for them to talk about it, because you sometimes see teams, they're yelling about it back and forth from one end of the ice to the other end of the ice. And communication's a lot harder that way, right? When you're 100 feet apart from each other as opposed to being right next to each other. So I think, she made a really good move there coming down and talking about it so that they could hear each other. And they got on the same page, and that's key. Because, sometimes when you see people communicating from like 100 feet away at each other, they might not end up on the same page before they throw the shot, right?
Yeah.
They might throw the shot and or decide on the shot and not be exactly on the same page with all the details.
Yep.
So that was a great move there to talk about it and get on board with that decision.
There's always that small factor, too, not so much in that conversation that was going on, but also you heard Kelsey and Beth talk about their plan for the next shot and for Beth's first and kind of planning out how they envision the rest of this end going. You don't really want to yell that up and down the sheet. Why share your story and your plan with your opposition?
Yeah,
they don't need to hear what
absolutely.
you're talking about.
Totally.
Sometimes you don't want to show your cards, even if it seems more obvious. You never know.
Yeah. So we're seeing Kelsey Rock here is being asked to play the double on those top two rocks in the 12-foot.
Yeah, basically just crotch shot them, and they're both gone. And shooter should be sitting right there, hey?
Yep. Likely spin a little bit once they hit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spin up, it stays in, and pushes it back. Stays in play, though.
opens up the center. That's the key.
Yeah.
Rocks in the center at this point are benefiting Team Kang. So the goal for Team Peterson is really to have as large of a scoring area as possible, and have separation between those rocks. Absolutely, you don't. When you're up in points, you don't want to have them clustered towards the middle, because that can definitely help out Team Kang. You see them freezing here.
Yep.
So their whole goal now, they might kind of be transitioning here. They might just be trying to kind of cut down the scoring area and give up a force in this end is all right as well. It's not ideal. You definitely want to go out with a steal, but giving up a 1 point here isn't the end of the world either.
Yeah, being down 3 going into 7 with hammer isn't like you said the end. We've seen teams pick up big numbers in the 7th in the last game. Sorry, Team Skrillex, but we're going to bring up your 6-pack that you just gave up again, because it can happen at any time. And of course, speaking of big ends, we'll give you a quick update here. Team Ha, after giving up that 4 and 3, just scored 4 in 4. And after 4 ends of play, that score over there is now a 9-4 for Team Ha to lead Team Delori. So there you go. Perfect example of teams picking up big ends. So that was the call they made the shot there, Tyler?
Yeah. And I think Beth Peterson is going to try to nose that red rock.
Yep.
And try to sit right on top of it. So this...
Sliver high, does it send that red sideways?
Let's listen to the conversation.
And look how she comes back down again.
Does it send this one out? And then this is gone, and that's there, and this is just sitting here. But I guess they come here. No.
It's just hard to say which one it'll hit first.
I think it's hitting this first, but I'm fine with those two. I was just thinking to get that one out of there.
I think I like no.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
So they are going to try and hit this one on the nose, the red rock that's back of the button.
Okay, just nose.
And again,
Yeah.
like we said, that was really smart. Beth was halfway down the ice, thought of a question in her head.
If I
Instead
hit
of
it, same
yelling
as-
back and forth,
I don't know how far the other red's going.
came
Yeah.
down to chat with
I'd
Kelsey
rather
about
just
it.
sit there, I think.
And I think
10-5.
at this point of the game, too, if you get 1 point, if you're Team Peterson, it's a pretty good outcome.
Yeah.
The one thing you can absolutely not do is give up a steal, give momentum to the other team, and, you'd also increase the other team's chances of winning. So getting 1 point is completely fine in this circumstance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how the force works to both teams' really non-negative strategy right now. There you go.
Great shot.
Yep.
Executed perfectly.
Exactly as called. Big shot. So Team Kang, what do you like for their call here? They're going to have a little bit of a chat down here too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting. I think...
Do they have a shot to be sitting shot after her final stone here, Tyler, or are they just going to shrink it down and just do the force?
Yeah, I think they're going to shrink it down. I think if I were them, I would try to freeze it a little bit on the center line side as we see it right now, so that they block that draw for a potential 2, make it a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
By just freezing right on the nose, sure, it does cut down the scoring area and all that, and does most of the job. But I think if you're trying to make the shot perfect, you should try to have it slightly on the high side and slightly on the center line side, as we saw it in that camera angle.
Well, here we go. Team Kang, final shot here, and number 6. Remember, of course, Beth Peterson still has rock to play because they have hammer.
Definitely think you want to have this one frozen, though, and it looks very close, slightly heavy.
see where this ends up. It's looking like a pretty good shot, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, that's never leaving, hey?
There we go. Nice zoom in there. Good job,
And if
camera
I
team.
tap to here, no, I don't think so, hey? Did I dead tap it?
Yeah, I think this one still might be. Yeah, because this is touching.
Okay, I'll just show it away.
There you go. Good call there by Beth. They looked it over, and no opportunity here to get two. And rather than risk anything, just toss it away, toss to the boards, take your one, pad your lead, and go to 7.
Yeah, the signature Kevin Martin here.
The controversial signature. This
Yeah.
is a lot less controversial, I feel. I feel like people are feeling way more comfortable about this call
Yeah.
than that one. And there we go. Maybe the easiest shot Beth will have to throw in this whole event right there. Off to the boards. And just like that, Beth Peterson picks up a single here in end number 6. She takes the 5-2 lead. Going to 7, Team Kang from Korea will have hammer, but it is a little bit of an uphill battle now. They're down 3. Let's see what they can pull out here in end number 7. We'll be back with the number 7 action coming up.
All right, so we're into end number 7 here at the 2024 Curlers Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic. And
Oh my God, have another Reese Peanut Butter Cup, buddy. Wowzers.
and we just saw a steal of 1 from Team Peterson to go up 5-2 after the 6th end.
I think they actually got one with hammer there, bud.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Too much Reese Peanut Butter Cup.
Sorry. So they are up by
That's amazing.
3 points heading into the 7th end. You're going to see Team Kang really go for it here. They need to take a lot of chances. They need to try to get back here. They need to try to get points desperately.
Who else thinks I should go buy Tyler more chocolate right now, man? Like, this is getting exciting here. Listen to him. He's like stoked up here. Do you need more chocolate, buddy? You doing okay?
I'm good.
Okay. So much energy. This is the most energy I've seen out of Tyler at 10 p.m. I'm impressed right now. You know, I'm going to give a little shout out to the riders winning. Wow.
Never.
How'd your team do? Gotcha. Right. Back to curling we go, folks. Back to, oh, you do not even want to see what's happening in the booth right now, folks. Friendship off is what just happened. Gestures were thrown out in my face, folks. Gestures were thrown out. You can use your imagination to which gestures were made, but wow. There is no more Reese Peanut Butter Cups being bought for Tyler Powell. Folks, let's get back to curling. Tyler's getting out of control here, folks. All right, we've got the two corner guards up. Kang with the perfect call here in the first through lead stones now. Peterson puts the 2 in the house. Kang got her 2 corners up. Game on for end number 7. As we said, Kang's going to need to score a minimum of at least 2 here to really give herself a shot going to the 8th end. And as we said, same as last game, as last end really for Beth Peterson. Now without having hammer, a little bit different, but same mentality here, Tyler. Just we don't need a lot of rocks in play. We don't need a lot going on. Clean house makes us happy house.
Yeah, eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. That is the name of the game for Team Peterson.
Like the Calgary Stampeders, eliminated, eliminated, eliminated. Facts. This is what we're doing tonight, folks.
Let's just pick on Tyler tonight.
Well, I'm not pick on Tyler. I just pick on Calgary Stampeders. Go Riders. If there's anyone in the chat that's a Rider fan, you and I, we are on Team Watermelon.
Okay, so we have a hit and roll attempt here from Team Kang.
Mm-hmm. Do you like that call by Peterson putting up that center line guard there? What do you think of that call?
Yeah, I think they wanted it a little bit tighter to the rings. I think if you're in the 12-foot, that's ideal for that shot. I think, I think that rock isn't in the best of spot for them.
Yeah,
just helps out Team Kang.
Yeah, it looks more like a Kang advantage than a Peterson advantage, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, Aiden, my friend, friendship off for at least 2 more weeks. Blue Bomber fan. Hey, my friend. Okay, well. Our little Winnipeg friends, that's cool. Beth is from Manitoba, so she may be a Bombers fan as well, and if she is, then we will allow this. Just saying, Riders could still clinch the West Division in 2 weeks, though. Nice shot right there. Sit in the 2. But those guards in the front, how long do you go into this end before Beth starts getting a little concerned about those guards?
Yeah,
Is it
I think
peel time now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have done it on that last one instead of making that shot? Like, do you really think that? Like, it was a good shot. It made the shot, but would you maybe have even that last one start clearing out some of those guards? What do you think?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, that yellow rock can act as a guard now for Team Peterson. I don't think it was a horrible call. I mean, it is their color. They
Right.
are eliminating the other team's rocks. I bet though on these next shots, this rock's coming down. It's looking pretty good. I think you're going to start to see that shrapnel out front getting eliminated.
Beth's just standing there waiting to run up to the front to clear off something. Are we thinking?
Yeah, absolutely.
See if she does it. She's thinking.
Oh, yes, Rip.
There we go.
Hey, you're probably going right into, well, you're going in this direction.
So we're going to see some Manitoba heat here.
Good opportunity to get rid of at least 2 here. Manitoba Heat coming from the Alberta born Kelsey?
Lives in Manitoba now.
Right. So that means adopted to Manitoba Heat. She's adopted the Heat.
Really gotta go.
The Buffalo power.
Watch the roll. Oh, wait.
Gets her to 1, but kind of just replaces the red with her yellow there, hey?
Yeah. She would have loved to have hit that thinner.
Yeah.
Gotten rid of 2 rocks and gotten rid of her shooter. Absolutely.
So
Definitely some rocks there that Team Kang can use for sure.
Opportunity to come down and take that yellow one out and get a roll behind all that yellow mess in the front, do you think?
Yeah, or they can just straight draw behind those guards as
Yep.
well. There's a few options. Looks like they are playing the takeout and
Yeah.
roll.
Oh. Now the curl. Looks like nosed.
Good shot. Little
Yep.
flop inside. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I think wherever that rock would have went, this was the call Beth was calling regardless. She was pretty convinced right away where she was going.
Yeah, definitely Team Kang in the power seat still. even, depending on what Team Peterson does here, there are still those guards up front that could be very useful.
I was going to say again, do you like this call or do you like keeping those guards out there even if they're your own? Dangerous. Living dangerously even with a 3-point lead. This is getting danger.
It is, yeah.
Could be playing with fire here. But when you make good shots, it also helps too. That's beauty.
Absolutely.
Absolute beauty.
Yeah, that's an exceptional shot there.
Yeah. Kelsey silences the commentators very fast with making a great shot.
Yeah. If that shot, if that shot isn't made well, then it leaves a huge, huge door open for Team Kang. So with that ice here, it doesn't look like she's playing the double. Looks like she's.
You don't think she was gonna try the run back on the get the double? You don't think so?
Yeah, with that ice, it's gonna be difficult to get rid of both.
There comes the curl. Oh.
Okay, just hitting and rolling, and it looks like that rock is biting.
Yeah, it's tough to say. Camera, how far can you zoom in on that bad boy? There we go. There we go. There we go. Boom, boom, boom.
So
we in play.
Yeah.
Nicely
Great,
done.
exceptional camera work.
Nicely done, camera team. They are with us this whole way, and there you go, folks.
Yeah.
Eliminate any unknown. That's perfect. That's what Kang wanted. They wanted to get that, and it's very. How important is that that's on there, Tyler?
Yeah, it's important for sure. I mean, at this point in time, it kind of does serve as a guard for Team Peterson. So I think you're going to see Team Peterson switch gears and actually go on the offense here late in the end because it is pretty low risk for them with the way the rock setup is. So they are throwing a guard.
And we're on skip stones.
Yeah. So that rock, the position that it's in, it is kind of hurting Team Kang right now. Even though it's in the house. And we see somebody in the chat. Team Kang, Team Kang. Times 5. They're huge Team Kang fans, and we absolutely love to see that.
Love it. If Team Kang somehow scores 5 in this end, that person is going to look like a genius. Let's see what happens. Don't think that's really possible considering there's only 2 other rocks in play, but hey, you never know what could happen in this world.
Yeah.
I don't think you're that deep.
Let's see if Beth gives us some insight too here.
Stay high. You gotta stay high. Oh God.
Beth, definitely one of my favorites of doing commentary last year. I think I did 2 of her games last year, and always a joy.
Yeah, so leaves a little bit of an out here for Team Kang.
Yep.
So they can play the yellow-red combination on the center line and have the red rock drive back onto that rock of Team Peterson that's in the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, really good opportunity here.
Yeah. It's not a simple shot, but, it's definitely there and definitely a great opportunity for them if they make it, to possibly set up a 3-pointer because that rock that they're promoting into the house is also going to be spinning and dragging a little bit when they promote it, and it's likely going to roll over towards those corner guards that they have. It's probably not just going to stay right on the nose. It's probably going to roll a little bit over towards those rocks on the corner if they hit it correctly.
Yeah, good call. Those 2 yellow guards now could come back to really bite Peterson for not getting rid of them earlier, like we were thinking they might do. It's unfortunate that we aren't live streaming Tyler's commentary video-wise because he uses his hands a lot when he's making all the things he just said, and it's very entertaining.
And
on the front. Oh. let's see. It's going to go out of play too. Missed opportunity there for sure for Team Kang.
Yeah, so Beth Peterson is going to have a do-over here, and she's going to try the guard another time.
Yep.
And she really wants this one to be just over the hog line, ideally. She wants it to be nice and high to make the run back difficult as well, and she wants to have full coverage on those rocks on the center line.
Yeah. Yeah, she basically can choke off the rest of this end with a really good guard here. It's going to be a real challenge for Kang now. Here comes Beth Peterson with her last rock here in end number 7.
Just the one. Easy for line. Might have to curl. Cut.
They're really trying to get this over. They need to split the center line here. They need to split the center line to get the guard really good. And partial coverage.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Probably does the job.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Kang was already going over to the side as their only option. I think they were probably leaning that way regardless, unless that was really not going to be made.
So Beth Peterson there, that shot does the job because the angle is very kind of favored towards the side that she's guarding. So fortunately with that rock where it ended up, it's guarding the correct side. So even though it doesn't look great on the screen here, it's still a pretty decent shot. So
yeah, it accomplished the goal of what Beth was looking for. You see the team coming down just to double check it to make sure. But I think Kang's already made up her mind. She knows exactly what shot she has, and it's going to be the in-off. The in-off angle's there. The in-off angle is there, though.
Yeah, and it's for 3.
And that would be the tie game. So,
yeah.
Again, if she makes this, Beth might be rethinking not getting rid of those guards earlier. This is a big shot here, folks.
So let's see this in-off attempt in the 7th end for 3 points. Does she have it? Let's see. Sweepers are on it hard.
Oh.
And steal of one to go down 4 points going into the 8th end.
It was the only call she had, though, to make there. Nice attempt, but it will be, as Tyler said, a steal of 1 for Beth Peterson, and she increases her lead to 6-2 after 7. Heading to the final end of play, Kang will still have hammer, but down 4. There we go. Let's get some updates going on. Let's go over to sheet number 1. Drifting all the way down. Just swapping some singles now. 4-3 lead for Bach over Phillips. They are playing 6, and as you see, they're up to Skip Stones in 6, so we'll update you once they wrap that one up. Over on sheet number 2, Japan's Team Fujisawa. They pick up a single in 6 as well to increase their lead. They're now up 5-3, playing 7 against Team Sturmey. Sturmey, of course, with hammer. Team Ha, there we see the big 4 that they put up again in 4, and then they stole 2 in 5. They now have an 11-4 lead over Team Delory in the 6th end. Team Delory playing with hammer. There we go, Team Teveno, Team Brown. Team Brown picked up 3, a big 3 in 6 to take the lead back. They're up 5-3 now over Team Teveno. Teveno does have hammer playing 7, down 2. And, of course, there's our feature game, and there we go. Stigma took a steal in 6 to take the 3-2 lead now over McNamee. They are playing 7. Team McNamee retains hammer. And you are now up to date with all the scores. And here we go. Heading into end number 8, coming home. Team Kang down 4 with hammer. Gonna have to see some guards in play.
Yeah,
and they're probably needing a few misses, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see both of the leads rocks for Team Peterson just being thrown away.
Yeah.
Pretty commanding lead. And, you know, they're not wanting any rocks in play whatsoever. So that's why they're doing this.
Good shout out on the chat too. A reminder: Team Kang team members are all still around 20, eligible for junior championships. They're going to compete at the Korean Junior Championships at the end of this month. So let's just let that sink in for a minute. This is a junior team out of Korea that's playing in an A qualifier here at the Autumn Gold Curling Classic. Impressive. Tyler said the teams that they've beaten already is pretty impressive. 2 Alberta teams, plus then, of course, the big one over Team Law as a top 10 ranked team in the world that they knocked off to get into this game. Maybe watch this game and thinking, oh, Team Peterson is in control right now, looking good, but let's not discount a junior team making it to this level and playing in this game is pretty impressive.
Absolutely, and I think the, I guess, stereotype or kind of perception that you need to be older to be really good at curling, I think we're really starting to see that over the last few years diminish.
Yeah.
And, you know, you look at it in the Canadian side in particular with Team McDonald, you know, really lighting it up at the start of this year on the men's circuit, you know, getting to the semifinal of the PointsBet Invitational. And you see it with a lot of young teams, right? I think that curling teams can get really good when they're young. It's just a matter of coaching and resources and all those kinds of things. You can be very, very good when you're in your late teens and early 20s and compete with all these older teams and more experienced teams. So, yeah, they can throw the rock very, very well. And the rock doesn't matter what age you are.
No.
The rock... you know, as long as you can get it down to the other end and put it where you want it, it doesn't matter how old you are. So, yeah.
The curling rocks definitely don't discriminate on age, gender, nationality, race, nothing. They just want to be thrown and want to have a good game. So anybody can, if you can curl, folks. That's what this is. Good added comment down there. Kang playing in World Junior twice already, so there you see that international experience always comes back to play, and when you have that international experience on the junior side, it translates over eventually to the women's and men's games, and we've seen that numerous times in the past.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We were just talking early.
Yep. Big miss there from Team Peterson. The double stuff, the dreaded double stuff. So there are 2 centerline guards there that Team Kang can use.
That's what they needed at this point of this end, is at least the 2 guards, and they've got them. And let's remember, too, folks, we remind everybody, this is an A qualifier game, so the winner advances off to the playoffs, gets tomorrow off. And the loser, nowhere close to being eliminated. They just drop down to the B side draw, so they'll be back on the ice tomorrow. So still lots going on. It's not like the loser of this game is out of this tournament. We could still see the loser of this game, whoever it is, in the playoffs come Monday. There you go. Nice draw right there.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Great shot.
Yep.
And you're going to see Team Peterson go full peel mode here. They do not want anything in play.
No, they're in the ice cleaning business right now. They want to clean this ice and have it be nothing on it. There you go. Oh.
Still does a lot of the job, though. That's
100%.
That's the key. You know, you sometimes see teams when they're up by a lot of points like this, they try to get really, really fancy and do the double peels. When you're up and have a lead like this, you really just need to focus on the single peels because it's really a math game. You know, you just need to get rid of the other team's rocks. You don't need to do anything fancy at all.
No.
So you don't want to take those risks when you're up by a lot of points trying to get the double peels because you don't really need them.
Yeah, that PL accomplished what it was meant to do. There we go. Kang's going to tuck around everything here. Try to get this buried in a perfect line with the other 2.
Yeah, and Team Peterson taking no time.
No.
Just go up there, play the math game, peel the rock.
Yeah. They're gonna be at the point of starting to count how many more rocks they need to eliminate to get handshakes here.
Yeah.
We're on third stones. There you go. That's gone. And we sweep the shooter out of there as well.
Yeah, and we see this game too, James. This game is the fastest game on the ice right now.
By a lot.
Yeah, we have games right now in sheet 6. Most of them are in sheet 7. Or sorry, we have games right now in N6, and some of them are in N7 as well. So, yeah, this game is moving quick.
And it started later than most of the other games too, right?
It did,
so
yeah.
2 teams who got out there and just started playing fast.
Yeah, we're 2 hours to this point, so.
Yeah, they didn't use a lot of real thinking time on shots. They kind of knew their game plans throughout this whole game, and they went forward and just did it.
Yeah, absolutely. These 2 teams are a Bonspiel organizer's dream and
Yeah.
A league organizer's dream in terms of their pace of play. They're doing a great job in that regard.
Oh, there you go. Nice center guard again, and we know what's happening next.
I just have to hit one of them.
There you
My
go.
call is just to do this.
Okay.
I'm
You like?
fine with either.
Beth's just happy to get rid of
Okay.
Red Rock.
Like this should stay here with Kayla, I think. Okay.
Yeah, and if she gets rid of one of these rocks, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like she said, just got to make one of them go away. There we see Beth settling into the hack, getting ready to throw what should be her last rock of the game.
Yep. Whoa. Clean.
Clean's a good sign.
Favorite word for anybody curling, the word clean. Always like that one. There you go.
And great shot.
Gone.
And that should be handshakes.
And it is.
Yep.
There you go. Congratulations, Beth Peterson and team from Manitoba. They are off to the playoff round. They defeat Team Kang 6-2. We will see Team Peterson on Monday in the quarterfinals. Team Kang, hey, they're still in this. Like we said, they'll drop down to the B event. We will see them tomorrow. Good game by Team Peterson. Well executed, really, from tough opening end there where they gave it the steal, but then after that, they just turned it on.
Yeah, absolutely. They were impressive this game for sure. And they will be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. So we now have 2 teams that have punched their tickets through to the quarterfinals on Monday. So we have Team Ueno from Japan. And then we also just have Team Kang, who punched their ticket here tonight. Team Peterson, my bad. It's late at night, my bad. Team Peterson that just punched their ticket as well. So.
And like we said,
Yeah.
Team Peterson made the semifinals here last year. So a team that has a good success rate here, maybe can make another. Usually when we've seen Beth make the playoffs of this event, it's usually been through the C side to make qualify in the A side. See what that does coming into quarterfinal day on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very exciting. So we see our camera has shifted over. We're over playing end number 7 here, Team Stixma and Team McNamee. And as you see on the scoreboard there, Stixma does have the 3-2 lead. We are in the beginning skip stones.
Team Stixma looks like they're in control of the house this end.
Yeah, sitting 2 already for sure. Just trying to rub that one out to sit. Oh, look at that. To sit
great
3.
shot.
Beauty.
Yeah, really great shot there.
Yeah. I like the call. That was a really fun. That was a good call to make.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go for it.
So this team, Team Stixma, kind of a combination. So we have players on this team from Edmonton, And we also have Joanne Tarvin on this team. She's out of Airdrie. So they're an Alberta team, new this year, this team playing together. And then we have Team McNamee. They play out of the Calgary Curling Club here. So this is their home rink. And I know they play on Tuesday nights. And yeah, they play in the open league here. So always good to see them out and about.
We'll see if home ice advantage works to their advantage here.
Yeah.
Gonna make the shot for going for the double here. What are they going for, Tyler? What are you calling if you're a coach?
Yeah, it looks like with that ice, I think they're
for Skipper Stone.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
overhead. Look at that shot.
Round the horn.
Nicely done. Get some good movement going.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. Definitely changes the outlook of this end now for them and breaks things up a bit. Well, Sticksma, though, like you said, there's the call right there. Just hit, flop over even just a little bit.
Yes.
Still puts the force on, which is what their goal was going into this end.
Yeah, so Sticksma with this shot, they need to be careful to not leave a triple.
Yep.
So that's kind of their key here. They definitely want to make sure that they roll more over towards the left-hand side than the right-hand side. If they roll over to the right-hand side, as you see it in this shot, they could possibly leave a triple. And, you just saw from Skip, Kaylee McNamee there, the ability is there for sure to make a triple and all that. So you definitely don't want to leave that. So this one looks like it's really curling.
Yeah, it's really going on them.
Do
See
they
where
have
it
a
ends
piece?
up. It's going to go by everything.
Oh, wow.
And out of nowhere. So what happened in the sixth hand was McNamee missed her last rock to get the steal. And now she has a shot with Sticksma missing on her last. It's an opportunity for McNamee to retake the lead here and score two.
Yeah. Could it even be three?
Could it be three? Yeah, you're right. I forget that one on the side there.
Could be a measure for the third point here.
Yeah.
Where difficult to tell from this vantage point. However, it could be a shot for three. We'll see what happens here once this shot is thrown. But very big miss there.
Yeah, you saw the big exhale there from Sticksma. She's definitely feeling it a little bit right now. So tough go there. But Skipper still has to make the shot. Let's see what McNamee can do here. Here we go. Last rock, seventh end.
And this one's curling on them as well.
Yep. Trying to hold it in
Keep
there.
it straight enough. Can they keep it straight enough? Oh, and it's gonna roll out. So it's either gonna be
Let's see what
one
it
or
is.
2 points here. They're looking at it.
Well, we already know what Team McNamee's thinking.
Oh.
I think it might be the two. I think they conceded the two. There we go. Point on the board.
Wow.
2 points. McNamee takes the lead back. Now 4-3. But a little missed opportunity as well. She could have padded the lead a bit more. Sticksma will have Hammer playing 8.
Yeah.
Down 1. Back and forth game. Look at the scoreboard there. Hey, very even.
Absolutely, yeah. Tight game
Tight
for
game.
sure.
And lots of rocks in play. We've kind of noticed when we scanned over, there's always been rocks in play every end.
Yeah.
Hence a lot of the singles. So let's do some updates over there. Well, there you see out sheet 3, of course, that game has done handshakes. Team Ha knocking off Team Delory 11-4. Far side on sheet number 1. Let's see there. Tie game, playing 7, 4-4. It's going to come down to a good one there. Over here, we are into end number 8 now. Sturmey was only able to get 1 in 7. It is now a 5-4 lead for Team Fujisawa, but the Japanese team will have Hammer playing 8. There's our final. And, of course, our other game on the ice. We're still waiting. There we go. The 7th end is, sorry, it is on the board. It was 1 point for Team Teveno, but Team Brown has the 5-4 lead coming home, and they will have Hammer.
All right,
Really
so
close games on. We got some really tight ones going down to the wire here. These 4 games left on the ice.
yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see Team Stixma here. They really want to get that deuce. They don't want to play
No.
an extra end. They want to go hard and get that deuce. So
Does anybody want to play an extra end at 10:30 on a Saturday night?
I don't know.
I guess if it was for that or going home, I guess I would choose wanting to play over elimination, I suppose. That's when I would want to keep playing the extra.
So on that topic, James,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the draw to the button as opposed to the extra end? Let's hear your opinion
Yeah, I
on
don't
that.
like it. I don't like it. I like playing. I like playing it out. I think it's more fun. It works for friends like PointsBet. Like it was, when being at the PointsBet and seeing it done live. I mean, the energy in the crowd was great, and it was fun and electric, and everyone was ooh and ahhing, and it was exciting. But I don't know. It's a team sport, and I kind of like the idea of the team playing it out together. And I don't know. I just think it's more exciting to watch another end of curling. But there's arguments on both sides. That's just personal preference.
Fair enough.
You must be the other way.
I am.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah.
What a shock, folks. So surprised.
Yeah, my opinion on it is, what other sport do you have more than a 50% chance of winning when you go into the overtime? You know what I mean? Like when you go into hockey, when you go into basketball, football, whatever it is, it's a 50-50% chance. Like it's a 50-50 chance when you go into overtime as to who's going to win.
Right.
Whereas in curling, it's kind of one of the only sports that I can think of where it's skewed, even at the top levels, it's skewed, about 95% chance the team with the hammer is going to win. So I think it's a lot more interesting to have it more 50-50. And, if you weren't good enough to win it in 8 ends, then, it should be a 50-50 chance.
I mean, yeah, they're not good enough to win an 8 ends kind of argument can work both ways to both teams. It doesn't really matter. I think in that way, I think the thing that makes curling so unique is exactly what you said. It's this whole idea that a team does have an offensive opportunity more so in comparison to other sports where we have someone having the hammer that does have a distinguished advantage when you compare it to, like you said, football or hockey or something going into overtime. Both teams start on an equal playing field right from the beginning. So yeah, that is a little bit of a different comparison for the sports. I don't know. It just still feels like it's a team sport, and I like the idea of let's hammer it home as a team and take the win that way.
Yeah, different opinions, absolutely, on that draw to the button. I know it's varied as to what people think about it, for sure.
I think it depends on the event that's played in too, right? If we're talking about something like the PointsBet, it's a lot of a different event than doing a draw to the button for the win at a Briar or a Scotties. Just totally different stakes. And I think that stakes at play needs to come into factor on that decision as well. Shocker that Tyler and I disagree on something curling related. I'm so surprised, folks. I don't think there's any curling discussion Tyler and I've had where we actually agree on a lot of things. We actually disagree on almost everything when we talk about the sport, but it makes it fun because we disagree, not in a negative or in a way that we're like, ugh, why does this person always disagree? You know when you have those people that just disagree with you all the time, and you're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's not how Tyler and I operate when we disagree. It's more like just sharing different opinions, and respect level of hearing each other out is more fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
but Tyler's usually wrong. I mean, he supports the Stamps, so last place. Riders, first place. Soon.
I think we're both ultimately for whatever is going to get more people into seats and whatever that is, whatever whatever those the secret sauce is. I think we're both for that. So
I think there's still a lot of cooks in the kitchen trying to figure out and make that secret sauce.
yeah,
I think the important thing when it comes to that conversation is at least hearing differing. I think it's exactly like we just did, right? Hearing all the different opinions, hearing what people are saying, and trying to never not really appease everybody, because that's never going to happen. But on the flip side, at least letting all sides have the opinion out there and then making a informed decision rather than just, well, this is what I think, so I'm going to operate with it going forward.
mm-hmm.
I'd like the sport to be more inclusive that way and less American politics way. We don't need to see that much, right, folks?
So we have Team McNamee here. It looks like Emily on Team McNamee is being asked to play a draw here, play a freeze, and this looks tight.
It's going to go on the front.
Yeah.
It's all over it, unfortunately.
Yeah, right on the nose.
Yeah.
So that really helps Team Stixma.
Mm-hmm. Already sitting 2 as it is, but good opportunity to take some advantage here with Hammer down 1.
Are you surprised on this one? I'm a little bit surprised that Team Stixma isn't just playing the straight draw.
Yeah, me too.
I think, playing this shot adds an element of difficulty that you don't really need to add into this. And I don't really think that center guard's hurting you a ton at this point in the end. So I'm a little bit surprised by this call.
Yeah, I think might be in the fear of the color of the handle of the rock in front of her that's bothering them, but the rock itself is really actually not hurting them. Like now with your situation, you need 2 for the win.
Mm-hmm.
All you've done is open it up and give McNamee kind of the free pass to try to really cut you down here.
Mm-hmm.
You tuck this around and corner freeze it on that yellow to sit 1, out counts both those 2. How do you get rid of it? And then your scoring area is just down.
Yeah, very challenging.
Interesting perspective, right? Because we talked about earlier about how offense, and that was a defensive call to try to get offensive later.
Mm-hmm.
When you think with Hammer and being down 1, you think Stixma would want to be on the offense all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but McNamee, it's going to be a tough miss there a little bit. Look at that.
Yeah.
Goes by and goes
so
deep.
I think you're going to see here Team Stixma. I think they're going to want to play the draw on that top one there. Yep.
Yeah, I think so. You want to tuck it around again, right?
And look at how much ice that they're taking here. So they're taking over 4 feet of ice. They're taking about 5 feet of ice here for this shot. So I'm not sure if this player maybe throws it softer or if this is a really curly spot, but taking a lot of ice. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, let's see what happens, because we haven't been watching this sheet. This isn't a feature sheet for commentary, so maybe they know something we don't. It's going to have to start running over. So what do you like now Tyler, if you're McNamee? Just freeze on top of there?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. You don't really have to do anything else with it, hey?
Yeah.
It's not hurting you behind the tee line like that. And you just sit right on top of it. Again, it's kind of like what we said with their last opportunity. You're just looking to shrink the scoring area.
Absolutely. And You know, the hit and roll here is a pretty precision shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got to be pretty perfect because you still leave the chance of 2 on the table if it's not made correctly. So,
Or that happens.
yeah. Yeah, that is.
I mean, at least the Reds right on top of that yellow, there's a jam opportunity if there's a nose hit made. Not complete disaster, but
Definitely looking favorable for Stixma.
yes.
Absolutely.
It's really shifted, hey, back and forth after every rock so far this end. It's who's going to capitalize first and take advantage of some misses. It looks like that's what's going to decide this game. Well, yep,
Still does the job.
yep. Still sitting your 2.
So decision time here for Team McNamee.
Yeah, what do you do here? What do you like?
Yeah, there's a few different options.
We've been wrong the last 4
Yeah.
shots in a row, so what do we know? But what are you going with there, Coach?
I think she has 2 different options here. I think she can try to freeze the inside of that rock behind the corner guard, or she could try to freeze that one in the back of the button there. I think there's a lot more. It's a lot more precise of a shot to freeze the one at the back of the button, but it's a better outcome. But I feel like it's probably a little bit easier of a shot with a little bit more margin for error to, you know, get a rock and freeze it and, yeah, get it second shot behind those guards. And I think that's a little bit better of an outcome.
Yeah, you have to think of what, in this opportunity here, if you're McNamee, what does Stixma want me to do? And do the exact opposite of that. If you make any mistake here, let's say you accidentally just peel it out and you lose your shooter too, then Stixma has a chance to go around everything and sit 2 with 2 behind 2 corner guards. There's your opportunity for your 2 for the win. And we're at skip stones now, so we're running out of opportunity kind of for both teams to seize the advantage here. So let's see what McNamee does with her first.
So McNamee being asked for a precision draw here. And coming up a little bit light.
Yeah, and it was kind of over curling on them again too, hey?
Yeah. So pressure's really going to be on here. If Team Stixma makes a really good one here, pressure's going to be on Team McNamee here to keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, she really just even hit and flop over or whatever. Even if you leave a double, odds are your shooter's right there, and then Stixma will just have the hit for the win.
Yeah.
It does look like Team Fujisawa ran Sturmey out of rocks, we believe, to get the win. Just for an update there.
Yeah, and we have Corinne Brown here as throwing her last shot. And Team Brown is going to get the win over on sheet number 4 against Team Teveno.
Yeah, big win for them. She made the draw for 1 there to just solidify that. So that's a 6-4 win for Team Brown. And sheet 1 is just starting the 8th end right now. We'll be able to take you to a quick update over there at the end of this one for the last couple of rocks.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Yeah, great shot.
Yep, does its job right there. Perfect. So now, if you're McNamee, what do you like in here, Tyler? What hope and prayer a little bit for them here? They've got to have to make something and make a double and got to keep your shooter for shot and hope it's in a spot that doesn't just leave Stixma with an open hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really tough here.
It is.
Yeah, they're trying to do right there, right? Get the double and get your shooter to roll over towards that yellow corner and hope you get shot rock right there where she just put her broom down. This looks really hard.
Mm-hmm.
To get the double and the perfect roll.
Well, I think it's
Or
I
you
think it's
just take
incredibly challenging to
either one, like, or
Yeah.
do you just take the hit and roll and hope you're shot, but then you leave her an open draw?
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. This is a very challenging shot.
Which would you prefer? You think if you were calling this, what would you do?
On this shot?
Yeah, just make the call that she's making.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think I think you got to throw it hard though.
Yeah,
Like really, really hard to try to get that roll and get the double at the same time. Definitely got to throw peel weight.
Now, we haven't been watching this sheet fully, so we don't know how many draws either skip has been throwing or anything like that. So maybe they know a little bit more, obviously, about how each other's throwing.
Mm-hmm.
So she might be leaning also towards what she wants Stixma to throw on her last two. Factors into everything. Here we go.
And well, gets second shot. It's
Yeah.
gonna force Stixma to deal with it here for the win.
Yeah. And she's got to be careful. She does. What does she do here? Go for the draw? You just need to bite the forefoot.
No, I think she's gonna
Going
try
for
to
the
pick
hit.
it out. Yeah. So she's got a fair bit of room here, so she can hit it anywhere from about, 7/8 high side to about a quarter of a rock. So about a third of a rock, somewhere in there. So she's got to make sure she does that, and,
Yeah.
and she'll win the game.
Slight danger zone there, too, of the jam in the back. If you don't, like you said, if you don't hit it right, and then you lose the game. So a good clean throw here is what Stixma needs, and she makes that. She should score 2 points at least and pick up the W.
Yeah. And you see her giving
Yeah,
that rock
smart.
a really, really good clean.
Yep. And clean the ice, take your time.
Reminiscent of Jennifer Jones.
Yep.
Always taking that
your
extra
time.
second for these big shots.
Yeah, reset, stand-up reset. You see this with Stefania Constantini a lot too. She has a very specific, long, detailed routine in the hack before she throws. It works. You get your routine down, it helps that first step into making the perfect throw. Yeah, they seem pretty happy. Let's see where this goes. There you
Yeah,
go.
great shot.
Beauty shot for 3. Chalk it up. That's a W for Team Stixma. They get their 3, and they take the lead and the win 6-4 over Team McNamee. Loving the jerseys, too. Pink and purple look. Looking
That's
sharp
great.
out there.
Yeah.
We don't see a lot of pink and purple on the ice, so looking sharp, Team Stixma. We're liking it. Congratulations, big win for them.
And speaking of purple,
Yeah,
we are
let's
going to
go.
head over to
Love it.
sheet number 1, and we have purple on the ice as well. So,
Team Phillips rocking the purple.
yeah. Team Phillips is based out of Edmonton. And we have Team Backer, who's based out of Calgary here. So we have a little battle of Alberta
Oh,
here.
dear. The rivalry continues.
Yeah.
And as you see, we're just starting. We're in third stones here. Phillips is down 1, but does have hammer. There you go. Getting the shot of what's going on in the house. Pretty wide open end right there. There you go.
Getting rid of one of the rocks in the house.
Yep. Oh, nice center guards there for them to play with. Yeah, the purple's looking pretty sharp there as well. Little reminiscent of Team Amber Holland that's been at this event many years in the past. Before they separated in the off season here, they used to have a really nice purple jersey on the ice too.
Mm-hmm. It's a great color.
It is. Looks really good out there. I'm loving it. Maybe Team Holland biased since I had a cousin that played on that team. Shout out to Deb Lazinski. All right, here's team. What are we doing here? Are we going? There we go. I was torn between which way I'm looking. Am I looking far across the sheet, or should I just look on my monitor here for the camera? I'm like, which way do I go? No, it's all good. It's more on me remembering where to look. So what's your call on this one there now, Tyler? We're in last of third stones.
Team Phillips down by 2 points.
1 point.
2 points to win.
Yes. Yeah, needing the 2-1 with Hammer. Are you liking the setup right now? It's a little.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's at this point you're going to have to work with it.
Mm-hmm.
Guards are always good right now for your team.
Is this where you try to get in there, though? It's time. They got to get in that house, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it looks like I think that they
that's what
can
they're
chase
calling.
that red rock there.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
hopefully that they can get a little bit of a flop behind those guards. So I think that's definitely the call.
It is getting late. That is true. But hey, when you're playing to stay alive and keep going, it's always good. You want to keep the wins coming up. You got to pile up the wins as best you can. Oh, look at this comment, Tarv. Talking about purple jerseys, the incredible Tyler had a pretty sharp purple jacket last year with his team. Oh, look at this. Wow. You want to self-promote yourself at all there, buddy, when we were talking about this? Like you made other people do it for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do we have proof that Tarv in the chat isn't really just Tyler on his phone next to me making up a fake account to comment about how great he is? I don't know, folks. I don't know. You conspiracy theory that all you want. That could be happening. We don't know. So you guarding for your life here? Or what are you doing?
Yeah, I think that's the conversation going on with Team Backer here. I think
Yeah.
the setup is pretty good for them. So I think that's what they should do. I mean, really try to make it difficult at this point for Team Phillips to even get 1 point. You know, if you can win it now,
Yeah.
take it in the 8th end, then you should absolutely try to do it. So I think, go on the offense mode here and try to win it in 8 ends.
Yeah, you saw where she put her broom before she went down to throw and where she wants it there. So just center line, just a shy higher than that second yellow one there, but on that other side of the center line. So she's asking for more ice though now that she's down in the hack. Deuces have been hard to get in this game. We saw them both get in the first 2 ends, but we haven't seen any since then. It's all been just singles on the board and a few steals. So, look at that. So they brought it in, hey?
Yeah, and that's a pretty good shot.
Yep.
That's going to make it really tough here for Team Phillips to even score with just 2 rocks left.
Yeah, she's going to have to just raise this back into their hay and hope get rid of those 2 and sit.
Mm-hmm.
And then hope for a miss. This would be a really good shot, though, if she makes this. Pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice taking her time, getting her focus.
Yeah.
Smart move. No need to rush.
Playing lots of weight at this.
Yeah,
Feel weight.
lots of weight.
Oh,
Oh, gets one.
makes noise.
Yeah. Still advantage over Bacher here without hammer, though. It's her last. You can't protect everything, though, on this last stock either. What do you want to leave her to throw with her last? She's going to still have options for the win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. You just saw Riley with her broom there trying to see how much of that rock was exposed on the right-hand side. So I think a good shot here would be to, get one in there. I think exactly where that teammate just mentioned there. It's difficult, though. The draw path to get there is kind of...
It looks messy.
Yeah, it's kind of blocked off. So I think ideally you kind of want to block the run back while you block the rock in the house. You want to do 2 things with 1 shot.
Yeah, because like we said, either way, Phillips is still going to have something to play. There's yellow out front that are Phillips rock color anyway, so she's going to have something to try to get at that red. It's just cutting down what they think the easiest option is for her now.
Yeah.
She's got a few raises, a few angles. She's got stuff to play with, so it's just eliminating the best bet option. I think you're right there, Tyler. They're just going to guard that run back.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
Guard the run back and guard the port. I think they're trying to do 2 things at once.
Yeah, good call here. Eliminating the best, the better percentage shot of where Phillips would have to make it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you see with Team Backer as well, they do curl out of the Calgary Curling Club. They curl on Wednesday nights in the Premium League here. So
more home ice advantage?
Yeah, they are no
Oh my.
strangers to this facility.
They're making shots like this on sheet number 1 all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just nice and cozy at home. They live stream their Wednesday night games?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, right
Yeah.
on. There you go.
Trying to get this one to curl.
Yeah.
And
Oh, a little bounce back. Bounce
yeah,
off, eh?
okay.
It should still.
Looks like it does tighten the port up,
Yep.
but the run back is still there for the W, no question.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. The camera kind of shows. They're going to take a look and see.
Yeah, obviously you want to be able to get there directly.
Yep.
However, if there's any questions about if that's there or not, you need to play the run back. You never want to play a shot that might be there.
Yeah.
Always want to play the shot that you know is there for sure.
So the run back's there. This could be for the win. If she can do the run back, hit and stick it,
Yeah.
it would be for the W.
And it'll be interesting, too. Will she play the same weight that she just threw? I mean, I
Yeah.
would like to see her play less weight on this, but, you know, she is familiar with that weight. So, you know, that having already had a rep at this on her last shot, expect her to be close. So last rock here, Hannah Phillips.
For the
For the
win.
win.
Yeah. 4-2 for the W. Again, taking your time getting her routine. Always smart move there.
Looks like she's going through the port.
Yeah.
Sweepers are on it hard. Past the
Yep,
first one,
yep,
past
yep,
the second,
Yep.
and
There it is,
for the
folks.
win.
For the dub.
Team Phillips
Beautiful shot.
defeating Team Backer here on a Saturday night at 11 o'clock here at the Calgary Curling Club.
What a shot by the skipper to get the W, though. Beauty, beauty. Deserving of that win. Nice shot for the win. All right, well, thank you for everyone who joined us today, tonight's draw.